The mind is free to self-inquire about its own body. It's a liberating comment. It's a worthwhile comment. It's a thought that can be taken seriously, lightly, ignored, or put into action. But the mind is free to self-inquire about its own body. What does it mean? Intellectually, it means I, the mind, the person, the name, that what I know I am, without being informed, told, confirmed, I'm free, I'm able, have the capacity, the time, the intelligence, the wisdom to self-inquire, to look at, to analyze, to seek or inquire about this body. You see, we use the mind in a way we assume we have to use the mind. That's not a very assumed way. That's a self-known way. That's a creation from my own mind. You see, I didn't receive this way of self-inquiring, this true, actual experience of I can do it. I certainly can do it. I don't need another mind to look. I don't need another mind to understand myself. I don't need history, biology, science, religion to look at what I am. I have the freedom, I have the capacity, I have the mind, I have the mental state, I have the ability, I have the knowledge about myself within, and I can look at myself within with open and diverse ways without feeling I have to share it, without feeling I have to do it in a particular method, religious way, scientific way, meditative way. I don't have to follow any examples. I don't have to follow any information. I have the freedom. My mind has the freedom to self-inquire about my body. I can look. I am the looker. I am the one that knows how to get inside my body. I don't have to make effort. I don't have to plan. I don't have to put in a method, a procedure. I am already here, you see. I am already here, you see. When you talk about this here being in your head, you're going to come up against so many hurdles, so many, the information, the knowledge, the inherited stuff that you picked up through life. I am free to look at my own body, to self-inquire about my own body. But wait a minute. How do I start? You see, what do I do? Where do I go? What book do I read? Who's going to help me? You see, the teachers of self-inquiry, they don't really tell you that you have the power, you see. They don't tell you you have the power. No one else in the whole history of your life can be in the place where you are right now. No one can be in the place where you are right now. They can look from the external world, from their own external body. They can look through microscopes or what do you call these scans? They can look at x-rays, they can look at everything, they can open you up, they can look at your organs and their flesh and blood, but they can't find you. No one knows who you are, where you are, and your name is what they assume you are. You see, your name and this visual ability to say that's my husband, my brother, my father, my son. All I know is what I see in outside. All I know is what they talk verbally about. The sounds, the ways they act, how they sleep, how they snore, how they have their own little intricate body movement ways. No one knows you, you see. No one truly knows you but you. And we haven't even started the inquiry. You haven't even looked deeper into what you already are. We don't want to start the inquiry yet. You just want to remain with the power. I know who I am. They can tell me who I am. Even in your human egoistic way of identifying yourself as the name. If you're stopped in the street by any stranger, some authoritarian, some policeman, and they say, "What is your name?" They don't know you. They don't know you. And we live in fear of the microchip and the CTV cameras and the, being stalked on your phone and everything. Yes, so what? They don't know you. They don't know you within. They've no idea. They absolutely have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea who anything else in this world is except you. The external world, you learn about. They give you the names. That's a tree. Okay, stored. Tree. They give you the name. It's an oak tree. Okay, stored. All you know about the external world is learned. All you know about the personal you is what they've told you about the personal you through information. How high are you? I'm 5 feet 8. Who told you? The tape measure. Who invented the tape measure? I don't know. Some other human. Some other human invented the tape measure to tell you how tall you are, because they can only look at your external body. They can only measure you. They can only analyze you. They can only perceive what you are from the outside. No one knows you but you. And still we have not started the self-inquiry. We have not looked deeper into you. Because all of this is still trying to register. How can I stop this inquiry, says the brain. The brain is the satellite, the receiver from that what sends the thoughts and the information through it. Yeah? The world is terrified if you find yourself. Not because you're going to have some sort of power over them. Not because they don't love you. Because it's intimidating. Because they belong to a genetic, intelligent, including you. We all belong to this intelligent genetic thing that says we have done so many things in our past to get you to this state. You must obey. And you feel obligated. Yes, wow. And yet they say, do you know your great-great-great-grandfather? Even with a picture. I believe that's him, because the information says the DNA says that's my great-great-great-grandfather. Do you know him within? Do you know the real great-great-great-great-grandfather? No. Do you know your own father? No. You know his name. You know his whereabouts, his intricacies, his bodily gestures, his voice, his eye color, his hair, his height. But you don't know who he truly is, what he truly is. But you have a fair insight when you know yourself. Because you'll follow that umbilical eye, that umbilical cord within, and you'll see that we're all looking from the same place. Even your great-great-great-great-grandfather, right now, all looking from the same window of life, the same place, the same root, the same depth of your eye. Yet, we have not even begun the self-inquiry. The speaker has given you the power and given you the result. And the mind, it settles for that. Yeah, I feel more powerful. I know I'm connected. So I'll just get on with my daily life. And the speaker says, but you haven't begun the inquiry. You haven't taken the route, R-O-U-T-E, to get to the root, R-O-O-T. How long is this route? R-O-U-T-E, R-O-O-T. What things did you pass on the way? Yeah? What vasanas? What traumas? What fears? Hey, human, the lazy way out. You tell me what it is, I will obey. You tell me how to do it, I will do it. You tell me how to behave, I will behave in the way that you want me to. You tell me to read the Bible and follow the words, I will obey. You tell me to be a good boy, I will obey. And then the mind of the brain, it obeys. Yeah, I'm here. Look, yeah. Yes, that's me. Yeah. That's me, that's my name, yeah. Yeah, that's my eye color, that's my height, that's me, yeah. Can you tell me anything about yourself that we don't know? No. Because you only believe in the external inquiry. The mirror, the inquiry, my hair is good today, the world is behaving like this today, everything is how I thought it would be, everything is the same old day, different weathers, different colors, different frequencies. I can measure and analyze the whole of the world through my educational word-based knowledge and intelligence. And I can value my body, I can look in the mirror, I can measure my arms, I can see if my fingers are working okay, I can see if my wrinkles in my eye are getting any more, wrinklier. What about you? What else is there to know? You see, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. So you come on to any lecture and you get the subject and you know exactly what the lecturer is going to be speaking about. And you only want to know what the end product, how he reached the end product. Not the journey to the end product. Yeah. For the school child at 5 years old, the teacher says, 2 plus 2 is the question. 4 is the answer. They don't say, this is how I got it. Yeah, because they don't know. They don't know how they got it because it's passed down information. They've learned, inherited, old, stale, past information. School child says, how did you know it was 4? Because I'm the teacher. I learned it, and you have to learn it. You have to obey, you have to follow the same old story. Same old process, same old procedure, same old system. I want to say 5, miss. Well, you can't say 5. Well, if you can tell me how you got it, I can make up anything I want to make up. And that's how we have wars, you see, disobedience, disobeying. But if we didn't have to disobey or be obedient in the first place, there wouldn't be any need for peace, let alone wars. You see? So, are you going to self-inquire? You need to go to a teacher that really that you relate to. That hypnotic voice, that hypnotic ways, that satsang ways, that practicing ways, that living life the same old way because born to be a guru, born to be a teacher. I know the way. I knows the way, not this I. I will show you the way. Your I will show you the way. What teacher do you need? You see, another teacher from the external world wants to encroach and say, I'll show you the way. I will give you the tools to practice self-inquiry. I will tell you how to meditate. I will tell you what procedure. I will tell you anything you want to know. But it will be of no value. That's the power already diminishing. You say, no, I don't need you. You don't know about me. You can give me the tools to find a way, and I accept the tools. But I will go into my own tool shed. I have my own sharpened tools, my own tools that I need. But you have to watch that this is the head speaking, you see. Because the head will put in some sort of method and practice and way. And it will copy and paste through the words and the language and the learnings and the information and the programs and the books and everything. And it will say, right, okay, now we have all this stuff up here. Let's go and look for the way. You see, and the Hara is saying, well, I'm here. Look at me, please. I am the way. I am the way. And the head saying, a belly. A belly button showing me the way. You see, I used to hear expressions about, I think it's Indian religion, Hindu religion, about this third eye up here. You can call it the third eye. But if I want to find the truth within myself, excuse me, I want to be the first eye. I don't want to be third. I want to be the first eye. The first eye is at the front. Third eye is behind the second eye, you see. The first eye is the belly button. Looking inwards, not looking at this damn world. The third eye also looking inwards. But I'm impatient. I don't want to go third, second, down the chakras to the eye, to the root. I want to defecate now, you see. I want to get rid of my mind now. I want to get rid of all my information, my program stuff now. I'm not waiting. I'm not praying every Sunday. I'm not going to the temple. I'm not following the external world's rules and regulations on how to practice and do methodical ways and mantras and their mantras and whatever. I'll use my own mantra, you see. You see, if you look at like people like Einstein, do you think Plato, Socrates, do you think they were not awake? You can only learn something phenomenally great about this dream experience when your mind is empty. You can only learn when your mind is empty. You cannot learn using previous knowledge, stored knowledge, passed down knowledge, information knowledge, because your mind is not clear. Your mind, if you have a wallet and you have money in every pocket, all these different pockets, you have money in every pocket. Different notes, £20, £50, euros, whatever it is, yen, whatever it is you use. And when someone says, can you give me £10, please? And you open a wallet and you go, that's only 20s, that's 50s, that's 5s. 100, oh God. Oh yeah, here it is. Here you go, £10. But when you have only £10 in your wallet, in one pocket, can you give me £10? There you go. Quick, impatient. Take it and go. Get out of my wallet. Self-inquiry means leave me alone. Leave me to be. Leave me to die on my own if you want. But self-inquiry is not death, it's the beginning of life. True life as it is. But it's your life, you see. It's your body. I'm not here to impose on your body or your mind. I'm here to say, you know what? Whatever you want to do about self-inquiry, whatever you want to do within, you have ultimate power. In this outside world, you have the power of your uniform, you see. If you're a king, you have real good power. If you're just Joe Bloggs in the public, you're just, you know, the politician comes with his suit, power, police, power, doctor, power. Not not the highest of power, because they don't want the power. They just want the cash, you know, same as you. I is the real power. Your I is truly powerful. Be free to explore yourself in any way you feel there is something there waiting to connect. Be the reconnection to the dream. You see, it's not reality you're trying to connect to. You know it's a dream, but you're being thrown around in this dream. When you surrender to the dream, when you see the root of the dream, the truth of the dream, you lie down and you flow like that feather on that tranquil lake. You don't sink and you don't rise above the water. You just truly see life in the most peaceful and profound state. And you say, I'm dreaming. And the dream says, you're not dreaming. You are the dream. The whole dream. And nothing but the truth.